Rogue Star, the Mercenary's dead. They told me the fringe was where morality went to die. My name is Jax, and for 15 years, I've operated in the lawless zones of the Outer Rim. I was once a decorated pilot for the Terran Alliance, but after the siege of Arcturus, I realized that flags are just pieces of cloth used to wrap up coffins. Now, I fly for whoever has the credits. Or at least, I did, until I accepted a contract from the Ilari. The Ilari are a peaceful, bioluminescent race from the Viridian Nebula. They are poets, historians, and glassblowers, everything that doesn't survive in a galaxy built on conquest. When they approached me, they were desperate. A relentless force of cybernetic conquerors, known only as the Iron Swarm, was sweeping toward their home world. The Ilari didn't want me to win a war, they wanted me to buy them time to evacuate their children. They offered me enough refined iridium to retire on a paradise world. It was supposed to be a simple delaying action. But in space, nothing is ever simple. I met the Iron Swarm in the orbit of Viridia Prime. They weren't what I expected. There were no sleek, alien warships. Instead, their fleet was a collection of brutal, jagged metal vessels that looked hauntingly familiar. They didn't use plasma beams, they used kinetic slugs and nuclear-tipped missiles. Old school. Human school. During the dogfight, I managed to disable a boarding craft. When I forced my way inside, expecting to find cold machines or tentacled monsters, I found us. Or what's left of us. Behind the masks and the rusted cybernetic implants were human eyes. Pale, scarred, but unmistakably human. They are the descendants of the lost colony of the 22nd century, the ones the history books say disappeared into a wormhole. They didn't die. They landed on a hellish, resource-poor planet and did what humans do best. They adapted. They merged their flesh with cold iron to survive the radiation. They became a hive of steel, driven by a singular, hard-coded directive: expand or perish. The Ilari, the gentle people who hired me, saw them as monsters. And looking at the swarm's cold efficiency, it was hard to disagree. But as I stood there, my pistol aimed at the head of a swarm pilot whose face looked like it could have been my own brother's, I realized the debt I truly owed. I was hired to protect the Ilari, but I was born from the same fire as the swarm. For the first time in my life, I wasn't just a mercenary. I was a bridge. The swarm isn't evil. They are a mirror of what humanity becomes when hope is stripped away. And the Ilari, they are the beauty we were supposed to protect before we lost our way. I went back to my ship, but I didn't open fire on the Ilari, and I didn't retreat. I positioned my ship, the Rogue Star, directly between the two fleets. I opened a wideband channel, broadcasting the ancient Terran distress codes, the ones only a human would recognize. I told the swarm that the war was over. I told the Ilari that their monsters were just ghosts looking for a home. Now, I'm sitting in the middle of a Mexican standoff that could ignite the entire nebula. My sensors are screaming, and my fuel is low. But I'm not leaving. I'm a mercenary who finally found something worth more than iridium. I'm fighting for the soul of my species. If you're watching this, you're seeing the beginning of a new alliance or the end of a very long debt. Subscribe to keep track of the Rogue Star. The galaxy thinks we're just killers or victims, but we're about to prove we can be something else entirely. We're going to show them that being human means choosing who you are, even when the metal is fused to your bones. Stay tuned, because the next jump is going to be a wild one.